So anyway, let's get on to it. This week in music news, first off, this is not necessarily music news in the fact that it's just really good in the realm of music. The late-night comedian Jimmy Fallon, who is the host of Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, decided to do his take on the whole insanity thing that is going on in New York. So he decided to make a song, which he is really good at and has done really funny stuff over the years. This time he took a classic from Pearl Jam, dressed up as Eddie Vedder, and sang the song Jeremy as Linsanity. It is quite possibly one of the funniest things I have seen this year.
Yeah, I just watched the video and it is very entertaining, and he does have a very Eddie Vedder look to him. Especially the way they started out, like him shrouded with the shade, with the lights down really low around him. It was a good effect.
Yeah, I must say he did an excellent job, and if you guys have not seen it, please look it up. It is quite an interesting thing to see and quite hysterical to watch.
Yeah, he starts out really good, but then there's those moments where you can just tell he can't get it. But that's like the best part, because people who... It's kind of like... in a way, it's kind of like when Noah Wyle came out dressed as Steve Jobs. There was people that knew, it's like, oh, it's not Steve. And the people in the back, it's like, oh, that's Steve. It's like, wait, it's not?
Let's move on. Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Really? We're going to go there?
Yeah. Sean P. Diddy Combs apparently is not satisfied enough with what he's doing, so guess what? He's branching out into television some more. And not just a show.
I so want to hit the Darth Vader no sound effect right now. I'll keep back. What is this show?
He is actually launching a network.
Oh. Well, you can't call it... Oh, someone else launched a network with that name.
He is launching a new cable music channel.
Puff TV.
No, it's called Revolt.
Really?
Here's the description. The first channel created entirely from the ground up in this new era of social media. We are building this platform for artists to reach an extraordinary number of people in a completely different way. Revolt will be live like all great moments in television history.
So is he launching it, or is just his name tied to it because he's a big name?
He is launching it. He is launching it with some former TV execs from MTV. It'll include music videos, live performance, pop culture programming. Please God, no more reality shows. It is a music network. MTV, I'm looking at you!
I'm trying to think of some other music personalities that are doing the whole social network and Twitter thing, and I'm thinking like, P. Diddy and Lady Gaga. Just get 3 more and you can have the Social Society comic book. Social Society, away! He
is stressing that this will be communication between the viewers and the artists will be critical to the network. The opportunity to create a home for music, artists, and fans to communicate in an authentic way is truly unique. Revolt will celebrate and recreate the platform that helped launch my career and give the world a new way to experience music on television. Because we don't really get music on television anymore. We get occasional music video with a whole lot of other stuff.
Well, yeah, but the internet's supplanted most of that, though. I mean, we don't really need music on TV anymore. I mean, I've got music in my pocket, I've got music on my computer, I've got music videos like on YouTube, Justin TV, all sorts of places. So, I'm wondering if this is just like an attempt to try and keep like the old form of media still relevant in a way.
And this is a joint venture with Comcast.
Yep, sounds like a way to keep old media going.
It is expected to debut in 2013.
Is there any like online component to this other than like the whole social network aspect? Like, is it going to tie in, like, are your tweets going to show up as like pop-up video or something?
Nothing as of yet has been said. But speaking of online stuff, the British Arts Council is recreating something quite awesome.
How awesome?
a music archive.
Napster?
No. The late, great, beloved DJ in England, his name was John P., had a massive record collection. I believe it was somewhere around 40,000 LPs.
Okay, that's quite a lot, but my dad has that too.
What, 40,000 LPs?
He got about, I want to say, a couple 10,000 plus in a sale, and he's got them at his collectible store in my local town.
Well, the point...
He's got a ton.
Nice. The point of this is it's meant to create a new online museum project called The Space. According to a spokesman for the council, we were hoping to do this to create an online interactive museum which answers questions and provides the audience with a visual of the artist and of what the DJ was trying to project. This is a first step in a journey to make one of the most important archives in modern music history available completely to the public.
Is the mascot going to be the Space Corps from Portal 2?
Space.
Gotta go to space. Need LPs, go to space.
The online archive project will be ongoing, with the center planning to upload 100 new records each week, with all personal notes on each record done by Peel himself, including filmed interviews and archives of live sessions he had with bands.
I really enjoy music, all types of music, depending. Some I just hate. But this is a really good idea for just cataloging everything, or as much as possible.
This is awesome because this is
kind of like the Internet Archive.
This is a guy who was in radio for over 40 years with BBC Radio 1 for 40 years. The amount of music knowledge he must have had will be interesting to see, and I quite look forward to seeing this.
Yes, as do I.
Let's go also with a historical act. The great Carlos Santana apparently will be planting roots.
That has many connotations.
And of all places, Las Vegas. According to representatives from the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay, he is signing a 2-year headlining gig at the House of Blues there.
So he's becoming a Vegas act.
For 2 years.
Well, he's gotta test the waters, see if it's a place that he wants to take up residence.
To mention, he could do whatever he wants there.
Yeah.
I've heard some artists have said it's very freeing to be in Vegas for an extended period of time. I know some artists like Blue Man Group has done something there, and it's always turns out to be fairly good usually.
Yeah, I like Blue Man Group. Maybe not the act, but I do love the music.
Yes, Vegas is one of those places, other than the fact it's being corrupted currently by Strixus. God help us all.
Her tentacles are all over the place.
But also, Vegas gives you unique things that you don't always see, or gives you a different a feel to a group. How some hotels have signed an artist completely, so it makes it easier for a person to actually go see an artist because they're in one set location for a set period of time. So you can plan a trip and go, hey, go out there. I can go ahead and reserve my tickets and plan an entire weekend to go see it.
Yeah, that is nice, as opposed to the one-off tours that go around the country. That having a place where they're going to be playing pretty regularly. That really helps, especially for vacations. I have not been to Las Vegas, but my girlfriend has in the past, and we are definitely thinking about both going out there sometime in the future. Not too sure when, though.
I haven't been to Vegas since 2004?
Okay.
Before it went through the massive family-friendly shift. let's move on to records this week. A record was finally reached in the Billboard Top 200. Adele's album 21 has had quite a lot of sales on her. Also, she had her 6 Grammy wins last week. However, it set a record for being on number 1 on the Billboard Top 200 for the 21st week in a row. You want to take any guess on what album she displaced? Remember, the list has only been around for about 56 years.
Couldn't guess. I do like music, but I don't follow the top stuff.
The Bodyguard soundtrack.
Oh! Whitney Houston. Okay.
Which is kind of ironic when you think about it.
If you listen to No Agenda, it might not be ironic, but hey. Adam Curry's a crazy man, and I love him for it.
Also, Adele is also the first woman in the history of the Hot 100 to place 3 songs in the top 10 concurrently as a lead artist.